You are welcome back to my page, Dr. Okoye Ebasi. In today's video, we are going to talk about 4 common mistakes to avoid when you want to start your own business. Now, number 1, I have the understanding that a lot of people, when they are starting their own business, especially maybe they are opening their own shops to sell goods or materials, most of the times we make the mistake to think of what we are going to stock. So we just think that when we stock this, people will just come and be buying. Now, the mistake I made is that when I wanted to start my pharmacy business, I bought with the capital I have, I bought the drugs I think I can buy, stock the pharmacy, and then I started selling. And people will come, and then the drugs will stop. Those are not the ones they will come to ask. They will come to ask for all different types of drugs. And most of the times they will ask for this one, we don't have. They will ask for this other one, we don't have. Meanwhile, we have stopped. But the ones we stock are not actually the ones the customers were actually looking for. So when the opportunity came, a company came and said that can we be their major distributors in Yenagoa. We accepted the opportunity thinking that if we stock all the kind of drugs we are looking for that people are coming to us, that people will just come and be buying, and then we'll be selling. So we now accepted the opportunity, and they brought in a lot of drugs that cost some reasonable amount of money. But the surprising thing is that because we do not have a customer base as beginners, we stock the pharmacy full to capacity, but people were not coming to buy. Once in a while, before you see one customer will just come and buy one little thing. Some will come and ask for the price and they leave. And those drugs, despite the fact that they are very quality drugs, most of them stay in our hands and expire. So it is advisable that you don't just stock your pharmacy or stock your shop with goods thinking that people will be coming. Those are the kind of goods that the customers will be coming to buy. So you take time, you stock a little, then people will be coming to ask gradually. It takes time before you build up a customer base. So you don't just load your shop with a lot of goods. If there are goods that will expire like drugs, it may lead you to financial challenges that you didn't expect at all. And because we are new in the field, we didn't have this understanding. That is why it is necessary that you don't just stock what you think that people will buy. Stock a little, let people be coming from the demands that the people are coming to ask, what they are asking for. Then you begin to bring those kind of products that the people are likely going to buy, because those are the ones they are coming to ask. So anyone they come to ask, you bring in gradually until you stock your shop to full capacity. So don't just spend your money to go and load materials and goods that you think that people will buy. If you make that kind of mistakes, if there are goods that will expire, most of those goods will expire, and then you will lose a lot of money. And if care is not taken, it will affect your business. If we didn't have other sources of income, it would have been a very big challenge for us. Because we have already collected these drugs, and you have to pay them. You have to pay the company. Meanwhile, because they know that they have supplied you, your own is to sell and pay them. And meanwhile, you don't have a customer base. And these drugs were just there. People were not coming to buy them. Because some of them are very expensive drugs. And we thought that when you just stock them, people will just be coming and be buying them. A lot of them stayed in our hands and expired. And we have to pay. So it's a mistake that many times beginners make. So it's something that you need to avoid whenever you want to start your own business. It's a very big mistake. Don't stock the things you think that people will come to buy. Stock exactly what your customers will need, what people actually needed in that area. That is what you are going to stock. And it takes time to really gradually understand the kind of products you will sell and that they will sell well in that particular location where your shop is. That is number 1 mistake. Number 2, one other mistake we made as beginners was that we begin to sell on credit. Now we have the goods, and our customers are not coming the way we are expecting, because we are looking at it that since the goods are there, customers will just be coming and be buying. We didn't have the understanding that it takes time to build customer base. So we are selling on credit, giving people to go and sell and then bring back our money. It was a very big mistake we made because a lot of the people that collected on credit refused to pay. The monies are still hanging after 2 years, 3 years. After 2 years, some of the money we couldn't even recover them. Some of the people have even left their locations. So if you are starting a business and because you are looking for customers and you say you will sell on credit, you are taking a very big risk. If you don't have the capital to restore, most of the times you will run into financial crisis. It will affect the business. So number two, make sure that you don't sell on credit. Even though the demand for products and goods initially will be small, because your customer base is small. It's not because people don't want to buy. But people have not known you in that area. They don't know that a shop like this is existing. It will take time. It will gradually grow. The customer base will gradually grow. So if you don't have that kind of an understanding and you think that because the goods are there, people will just be rushing you, it's a very big mistake you are making. So it is good to have understanding that you need time to grow your customer base. So you don't force yourself to sell on credit thinking that if you sell on credit, people will buy and then bring back your money. In business, the way people think and do things in business is different from whenever you are what we used to know as friends or relations or in the outside world. The business environment is a different set of environment. The moment you make the mistake to sell on credit, to recover your money will be a challenge. Sometimes even the people that you know that these people have shops in this area, before you go the next time, they will tell you that they have relocated. And they've relocated with your money. Some will buy and they will not pay. Anytime you go there, they will keep on promising you come tomorrow, and there is little you can do about it. Even if you say you will go to the police, before you will recover your money, you will spend even sometimes far more than what the person is owing you. So it is very good for a beginner to have understanding that it's very risky for you to sell on credit, because most of the times it will be difficult to recover your money. And if you don't have any other source of capital, to support your business, and you sell on credit, and most of your money hangs on credit, it will affect your business. That is why these are some of the reasons why some businesses usually close before the first 2-3 years. The businesses have closed because most of them make this kind of mistakes. We make these mistakes, but God help us that we realize it in time and we begin to make amends and adjustment. So number two, don't sell your products on credit. Don't rush for customers as if you would want to get all the customers overnight. It doesn't work like that. It takes time for your customer base to gradually grow. People will continue to come gradually until at a certain time you will now have enough customers. And when you have, the more customers you have, the more you will sell. So it takes time to grow a customer base. Don't rush it by selling on credit. Number three, it is also very necessary that you know how to calculate your daily sales and your profits. Because if you start a business and you don't know how to calculate your daily sales, at the end of the day, what have I sold? How much is the money? How much is the profit out of it? If you don't have this understanding, it will affect your operations. Because sometimes you may not be the only one selling. Sometimes you may not even be the one selling. And if you don't know how much you are selling per day and whatever it is coming to the shop per day, it will be very difficult for you to make a headway. The people that are selling for you will sell and put in their pockets and you will not know. That is why it is very necessary for you to know and have understanding how many products have I sold, how much is the cost of this product, out of what I have sold, how much is my capital, how much is my profit. Even if it is a new business that you are just going to find a way to enable you calculate exactly what you are selling every day and know the products you have sold, how much you have sold, and what is the profit, so that you will be able to monitor your business. That is the only way you can monitor your business. If not, if you just leave it open that you are selling, okay, today I've sold 20,000 and you just keep the 20,000, you don't know what kind of products you sold, You don't know how much is your capital that have gone into that 20, how much is your capital out of that 20,000, how much is your profit. Then you are just beating about the bush. You are not ready for business yet. Because you need to know these details. These are the details that lays the foundation for the business. You know what is coming in, you know what you have sold, you know what is left. If you have 2 tins of Bonvita, for example, you have 5 tins of Bonvita. You have sold one, so you know that 4 is left. This one that you have sold, this is how much. The 4 that are remaining, this is the cost. You need to get to the details of your business. So you know what you are selling out every day, what is coming in, what is left, and what is the profit. It is very, very important. Most people open businesses, and as the money is coming, they don't really understand what and what have been sold. How did the 20,000 that they have sold come about? They don't know. Then tomorrow they continue. Next tomorrow they just continue. And then when the money comes out, they have enough capital, they go, they buy again and they stop. If you run your business like that, the people that are selling for you will understand that you don't know what is happening. And before you know what is happening, they will run your business down because they will still be stealing from you and you will not know. So you need to really get to the details of your business. It is good that whenever you open a business, you don't just open the business and give for people to sell. You should be there. At least the first 1 year, every day you are there, monitoring what is happening. You know what you have sold. You know how much you have sold. You know what is left in where you are keeping your money. So on a daily basis, you are monitoring your finances. You are monitoring your sales. You need to be very close to your business because it's something that you have spent money to establish and you really need it to work. So you need to monitor it properly. Because if you just leave the business for your sales girl and your sales boy, and thinking that you are in business and morning you leave and you go to your office, by the time you come back in the evening, you may not understand what is happening. And very soon, if care is not taken, that business will close. So it is good for you to avoid those kind of mistakes and make sure you monitor your business very well. Be part of the business until the business is fully established. The last but not the least is that you should know that it takes time for a business to make profit. When you are selling, for example, you go to the shop and then the whole of the day maybe you sell 20,000-30,000. Now you may be thinking that you are making a lot of profit. You may not understand that initially those 20,000, even though there is a profit margin, that profit margin may not even be enough to meet the expenses that you are likely going to make as a beginner when the business is just starting. You have to pay staffs, you have to pay light bill, you have to buy water, a lot of payments, taxes are there, and a lot of other expenses that comes with the business are there. Also know that your rent is also part of that money. So if you don't understand and you think that the money that you are selling, you are making a lot of profit and you begin to use it anyhow, you will come to realize that you are making a very big mistake. So you should know that the business will start to make profits. It will not start to make profit immediately you start. It will take time, sometimes 2 years, 3 years, before that business starts to make profit. Thank you for watching this video. Don't